Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Grumpy Logs. Before we go on a little trip down Complain Lane, I have a couple of housekeeping things I need to mention to you, all of 3. And the first one is, for people who don't know, who are watching this and thinking, this isn't Joe's room, I've moved. And I haven't mentioned it to some of you just because I haven't got round to it, but I no longer live near the station. I've moved house, sorry about that. Number 2. Due to the fact I've moved, I'm not entirely certain where I want to film my videos, so during this I'm going to be hopping around like a little rabbit around my room, so you'll get to see a nice spread of where I now sleep and generally spend all my time, and you're going to have to deal with that, I'm afraid. Number 3. Lots of you enjoyed my video last week, and it seemed to make a lot of you laugh, so before we start this I want you all to take your expectations, right, picture them in your head. Lower them. Lower them a lot lower than you already have. Yep, keep going. I want them below your knees. Really, really far, floor level. Mine are so low they're downstairs. That's how low I want them. We done that? Are they low? Right. I think we can start. Today I'm going to talk about why I don't like bowling. And I know for a lot of you this is going to be a video where you're like, what? Everyone loves bowling. It's not true, I don't like it. I'll tell you for why, guys, I'll tell you for why. Firstly, you have to wear stupid shoes. Now, they look pretty cool and they always make me feel a bit 50s when I put them on, but I just don't see the point of them. But before you say, but there is a reason why you wear bowling shoes, I've looked it up and found out. Basically, it's something to do with the grip on the shoes. So if you had shoes that stick on the floor, you couldn't do your little woohoo running up that everyone loves to do when they do bowling. On this online website, which talks about why we have bowling shoes, one of the things they said on there was that it prevented people from falling on their face. Now I can get that, because I guess if you've got less friction, you're running and your shoe stops, but you keep going, you're going to fall flat. However, I have a slight issue with this, as I'm sure you've probably guessed. These shoes don't have any grip. They're probably the easiest things to slip over, and because of that, and I quite like how when you go up to the little bowling strippy bit, the alley bit, there is a sign on there saying warning slippery floor. I always feel like saying I'm not sure it's the floor itself that's slippery, but more the shoes with absolutely no friction at all that's going to cause me to fall flat on my face. But thanks for the warning, I'll bear that in mind. I went to a bowling alley recently with my friends because they wanted to say goodbye to it before we left university. And the one we were at, I wasn't very impressed, and I'll tell you for why. Normally when you go bowling, they take your shoes from you, so they're like, oh, what size are your feet? 7, great, I'll take your shoes. Here are some horrible bowling shoes. You're like, oh, thank you, I'll make sure not to fall flat on my face in these frictionless bastards. That didn't happen at the place that I was at. They didn't take your shoes from you, you just had to wander around with them while you were wearing your stupid bowling shoes. I didn't appreciate that. It's like, really? This is called Hollywood Bowl. This is not what I'd expect from Hollywood. Try harder, Good, I'll come back, and I want you to take my shoes from me, because that's what I've come to expect from a bowling alley. There are petals flying around my window like crazy. I keep thinking it's snowing. It's not snowing. Seriously. Why are there petals outside my window? Oh my god. It's the beginning of the end, guys. It literally looks like some sort of petal apocalypse is happening outside my window right now. I'm not sure how to react to it. By the end of our bowling session, my thumb was killing me. Like, I felt like my muscle here had grown about 2 sizes, and it really hurt. I'm always worried that my thumb's going to get stuck in the ball as I'm bowling it. Anyone else get that fear that, like, your fingers are just going to stay in the ball and it's going to dislocate and, yeah, things are going to get a bit gross. Ugh. Bridge and I were doing little chest pumps because we were getting half strikes, and we were like, yeah, ooh, strike, yeah, That's exactly how it was going down. So yeah, by the end of it, I actually decided bowling wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. I mean, I still wouldn't choose to go, but it wasn't as bad as I was expecting. I did actually win one of them. Yeah, I'm quite surprised too. And I printed off a little thing to prove it to you. There I am, Joe, 123. Ooh, that's nice. Forgot to mention earlier when I was sat on bed that the other thing I don't like about bowling, the other thing that scares me about it, you know, once you've bowled your first ball and then comes down that machine which goes, hello pins, oh, I'll have you, and it takes them off somewhere, and I never understand how that works. I'm always fascinated, like, how do they do this? But anyway, that's not important. What is important, that it always scares me that I'm going to bowl my ball too early and just break the whole system, that the whole bowling hierarchy is going to collapse around me and there'll be anarchy and chaos, and I'll be like, oh god, I'm so sorry, what did I do? And I have actually sent my ball rolling down the alley once, only to realise that the little machine hadn't stopped doing its thing. That was a very tense. Tell you one thing before we go that I love about bowling. You know the little sweet machines they've got where you put in 20p and you turn it and out comes like 5 minstrels? Really enjoy them. I don't know why, because you only get a handful of sweets, but I think it's, I don't know, they've always been there. I think it's a childhood thing. You put in a little 20p and you're like, please mum, please can I have 20p for some sweeties? And she goes, yeah, alright. Like, yes. And they've always got minstrels and they're my favourites. Pop them in. It's so exciting. The last time I was at bowling, I really wanted to get some of these sweets and I was really excited. And I was chatting to Cara and I was like, what should I get? There's mini eggs, there's minstrels. I mean, there's so much choice, I don't know what to do. She said get minstrels because minstrels are the best. I was like, of course, why didn't I think of that? Minstrels are the best. So I walked up really excited with my 20p, popped it in, twisted the thing, got my sweets, walked back to the bowling alley, really excited, and then started eating them and realised I'd got mini eggs instead of minstrels. I'd been that excited, I got the wrong bloody sweet. So that kind of rubs off my issues with bowling. I feel like there was a positive end to that video. Also, recognise this, Bridget? You thought I'd given it to the charity shop, didn't you? It's mine now. I'll see you next week. And goodbye. I feel like this could be the sad face. Happy face. Stop that now.